Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seat belt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up? How's it going, you weirdos? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, what's up with you?
Oh, you know, everything. Everything.
Everything and then some?
Yeah. I was telling Jamie right before we went on. You know, it's always something. So, all my articles, all my pictures, all my videos that I had done ahead of time for today, they all vanished. Just disappeared along with all my desktop icons. Just vaporized right before the show. You know, if the show wasn't if it was, you know, Funky Thursdays or something, they would be here until right before the show tomorrow.
You'd still get screwed.
Yeah. So, you know, what do? Yeah, just roll with the punches, make the best of it. I think I got reloaded everything. I lost all of Jamie's stuff too. So it wasn't just mine. It was the whole show, basically. You know, what are you going to do?
And we thought we were done, like, doing good early today.
Yep.
That's what happens, though. See, every time we prepare.
Yeah. There's no sense in planning ahead of time. Just fly by the seat of our pants and we're good. You know, last minute Larry, that's my name. Just throw it together in the last minutes and everything works out great.
Like, we don't lie. We literally fly by the seat of our pants every week. Yeah. Literally.
Yep. Sick kitties. Heather's got a sick kitty too. Sick kitties seem to be trending right now.
What's wrong with your kitty? Hey, Christina. Rob does look all spiffied up.
Do I?
Like the just showered hair.
No, it's not showered. It's pinned back and braided up. I had to put some slickner on it because I got a fan blowing and I can't stand those hairs that like get in my eye and just
Oh gosh. Like the one straight random.
Yeah.
Imagine with lip gloss too.
Sticking to your face.
You get little streaks.
And they
You
call
know
it.
what that Fabio look while you're sitting there though? The hair flying.
Yeah, every time I use my fan, you know, when I'm playing music, you know, I got this blower fan that blows on me. It's like the most important band gear I have. It's survival gear. And yeah, sometimes if I don't have my hair all tied up, my hair's all blowing around and everybody's like, look, Fabio on the bass.
Nah. I think that's cool.
I'm like, yeah, isn't that what, you know?
That's like a rock star. You get down the front, you know, get on one knee kind of and go do your thing. Hair flowing.
Except for me, if I got down on one knee, I'd have a hell of a time getting back up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Help me, I'm stepping on piss clams down here.
You're grabbing an amp and it's rolling away.
Yep.
Ass in the air. I know that one about.
I have fears of that sometimes, you know. I'll like go to step off the stage or something and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna fall down. I fall and I can't get up. Oh man.
Yeah, that's not good for anyone.
No.
I don't want to fall up a stage. I ate shit coming out of that shed that day. Remember, I had like this much space between the end of the step and the end of the pool.
Yep.
And from me slamming my face on the edge of it. So I had like a few seconds in the air after I break both ankles to decide how I was going to fall.
Dang.
And what was more important to break than others.
I hope your cat gets better, Heather. That sucks.
But it would have been funny if it was like recorded. I thought, man, this is one of those things you want to watch back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
That video I sent you today of it raining and thundering here, that's like that was like after the main event. It got down here for a while today.
What tests did they do on him, Heather? Did they do thyroid, even though I don't think it's quite a thyroid, but it could affect, I think, the bladder and stuff too. If they just did like the regular panels or if they did the thyroid panels. Was it antibiotic shot maybe? Poor baby. Are you you know what, when my cats don't drink, I get those little like plungers, like, you know, for medicine or whatever, and I will just sit there and I'll keep plunging water into their mouth and you know, doing that like till I feel like they got like enough or whatever, and it usually will kind of start to kickstart something in them to like want to like eat wet food. Get them something they like it stinky, like if you can get like some tuna fish or like the cat pate that smells horrible, something like that. Try to get wet food. Get some wet food and get some tuna fish and just keep plunging water into him, or you're going to have to do a drip at home. He's going to get dehydrated. And that's going to mess up the constipation too. And another way to tell if he's dehydrated is you take the scruff and you pull it up and see how hers bounces back real fast. That means she's very hydrated. If you pull the skin up and it just kind of stays up and goes down slowly, then that's like really dehydrated. but sending out lots of prayers because there's so many sick animals and stuff right now, and I'm praying for everybody's babies. Yeah, they have to do a test. They have to do a test. He might need medication. It's like with me, I go to Pet Cura. It's about $240 just for like that, but it'll probably be around for something if you do like all the blood and all that, or it could be a little less, but figure it's going to be $300-400. But if it's a thyroid thing, you can die from it. I mean, and you'll probably have to pay like the stupid consultation. Mine's $65 every time I go in.
Yep.
Just have a look at it. It's like $250. It was $260 to have his thyroid re-looked at the other day.
Yep, they ain't cheap.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when I had a whole crap ton of snakes. We had like over 300, and you know, every once in a while they'd get like a respiratory thing, and you know, it's like, oh shit, everybody's gonna catch it, you know. And not all of them, but a bunch would, and you know, I couldn't afford. I have a reptile doctor here close by, but you know, couldn't afford to take each one there, so we had that plan, you know, some whatever insurance plan that you could take, you know, a bunch in, and they'd only charge you like one office visit. But yeah, he used to just give me a vial of I can't think of the stuff that we used to inject them with, but yeah, he just give me a handful of needles and a bottle of that, and you know, we'd do all our own injections and stuff on them and clear it all up. And it was like some sort of antibiotic or whatever. Yeah, they're expensive no matter what. If you have one or 6 or 20 or 300, but that's part of it. Yeah, my snakes last night, we were cleaning cages, and a couple of them were feeling their oats. Got bit a couple of times last night. Oh God, it's a snake. It's terrible.
See, you might be able to make it till the 18, 19, 20. I know. It's like the worst thing. Do that in the meantime, though, the water and the food stuff, and at least see if you can get him to eat and drink. Oh, I don't know if you have credit, or if you even have, if you have it out there. It's called Scratch Pay. I can't get it anymore, but it's like a credit card for cat stuff. You tell them how much you think you're going to need, and then they run your credit, and they'll say, oh, you can have like $800, like, limit or something like that. And then like, if you need more than that, you call them, and then the payments are like really cheap. But it's called Scratch Pay.
Yeah. Nope, I don't have any venomous snakes. Mine bite me, and I just go, oh, where did they bite me? But yeah, venom. And you get bit by venomous snakes, and it turns into a very expensive doctor bill. And I ain't nobody got time for that. Not on my watch. I love them. I like rattlesnakes and gaboon vipers and all that. I think they're beautiful, but yeah, nope, not for me. Because, you know, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So no venomous snakes in my house. I've relocated a bunch. I'm like the snake guy. Somebody has a pygmy rattler or a eastern diamondback. They always call me, come get him. Yeah, copperheads are awesome. They're one of the prettiest. We get them here, not too terribly often, but they are here. Every now and again, we see them here. I've mentioned it before, but yeah, one of my friends of mine has a venom lab over in DeLand, Florida, which is about, I don't know, like 30 minutes from here. And it's called Reptile Discovery Center. And he houses over 900 venomous snakes and extracts venom from them every day. And he's been bitten 11 times. And he's allergic to venom. And he still has all his fingers and everything. So he's lucky. Last time he got bit, well, the last time I talked to him anyways, he got bit in the face by a rattlesnake. That had to suck. Yeah, there was somebody here that somebody commented on one of my snake posts yesterday. She thought I had got one of the snakes. There's somebody here in the area close to me that they must have just released a bunch of snakes, like ball pythons and stuff. There was albinos and all kinds of different morphs of snakes that people were seeing in the neighborhood. And yeah, somebody, I don't know the whole story, but somebody had obviously let them go or something happened. Sometimes it's somebody that keeps snakes, and takes care of them and whatnot, but they die or they get really sick or whatever, and somebody, another relative or whatever, comes over to their house, and they're like, I don't want jack shit to do with these things, and they just like let them all go. They don't want to deal with them, and that's not the best thing to do. You could put an ad on any of the reptile forums and say, hey, I need somebody to come take care of these or take them or whatever, and they'd be gone in a day. Yeah, Royal, I had an article talking about something about that. Trump was talking about UFOs and said if he gets reelected, he's going to try to release UFO information from the Pentagon and the JFK files and all that. I don't know. He said some of that last time he was president too, and it never happened. So who knows? It's easy to talk about that, and it's easy to say, I'm going to do this, but when it comes down to it, the people that are guarding those files, they're like, oh, hell no, you're not. It's like when Clinton was in. Didn't Clinton say he was going to release a bunch of UFO files and all that kind of stuff? And then, when it came time to do it, he was like, I don't recall saying that. Yeah. Yeah, my venom friend only has snake venom. It's a venom lab. But yeah, bee venom does work good for that stuff. They're using bee venom and, bee whatever in all kinds of healing things nowadays. Same as snake venom. It's used for. They've been using it for experimenting with cancer and all kinds of other things. A little bit of that goes a long way. Yep, exactly. Give them the best quality of life until you can't do it anymore for one reason or the other.
Mm-hmm. And that's all we can do is like people, and we all have the best intentions, and none of us adopted animals, and did all this thinking like, oh, well, I'm just gonna have acid or anything like that. We're all loving people, and it's like most of us are putting our animals before ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can only do so much. My vet's still telling me, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? It's like, well, I have 6. And as it is with me juggling, they're getting the bare necessity. They're not neglected, but they could be a hell of a lot more taken care of. Like, I can't even get the flea medicine. That'd be $800 a month right there. Like, well, they need to have this and that. Well, yeah, I need, money, or you need to cut me a break. One of the doctors will be cool, and he'll be like, okay, how much do you have? I'm like, 300. And so he'll try to work it into like, what I can pay. But knowing that they can do that, it's like, do that every time for me, motherfucker. Adjust that shit. Because, I get like a feral cat discount. Like it's the 10% discount for an organization I'm not with anymore. But
yeah, like we got to take Dixie in Friday to get an allergy shot, and I think she needs some other shots too. But they like I just cut the grass yesterday. Every time I cut the grass this time of year, she goes out and she's allergic to something, and her whole belly like breaks out because she's a low rider.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
She's all itchy, and we go get her allergy shot, and it clears it up. But our vet's pretty cool because they don't charge us like a consult or visit office fee or whatever, which is $65. They just charge us $65 for the shot, but we don't have to pay the office visit, which is cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, that helps a lot. That's how my guy used to be. Apollo Vet, like in Walnut Creek, and the only reason I don't go there anymore is because it costs too much gas. Like I can only limit myself like $35 gas a month, and that's like it. That's to go to appointments and around. Like I don't have gas to like do all this stuff, so I certainly cannot go back and forth to Walnut Creek, and then it's like the cat's screaming the whole time, so it's just easier for me. But he would work a lot of stuff. Like he'd be like, okay, we'll bring 3 cats in, like when it was fleas, and he goes, I'll just charge you like one office visit, bring as many of the cats in as you can. And it's like, I appreciate that, but at the time I had like 10. Like, how I'm gonna get 10 cats, to you at once.
Yeah.
But it was cool that
has gas prices gone down out there?
I think it was like 5 something last time I got gas.
Shit. Yeah, it's gone down here. It's under $3 a gallon now.
Really?
Yeah. But, the last 3 years it's been sky high, but now that it's right by the election coming up, now all of a sudden gas prices are dropping.
Of course.
President doesn't have anything to do with gas prices as long as they're rising. But if they're falling, see what we've done with gas prices?
And it's the grocery store's fault.
Yeah.
That there's inflation.
Yep.
In food. It's their fault, even though a grocery store basically makes like nothing off of like, they really don't make much off of what they're selling, like between how much it costs and how much you're selling it for, their markup, and then competition. Peppa?
Let's see what it is right here now. According to Gas Buddy, at the
In
Wawa.
Mendocino, it's $10 a gallon in Mendocino out here,
Holy shnikes.
according to Gas Buddy. But that's in like the woods. That's like in the Emerald Triangle and everything. But
At Wawa right now, right up the road from me, it's $2.77 a gallon. $2.77, $2.78, $2.79. Costco is $2.88. Wow, Wawa's cheaper than Costco. Holy crap. Bucky's $2.88. Yeah, man. Wawa's got it going on right now. $2.77. Cheap gas in Florida. Wonder what it is in Georgia.
Newsom pushes to bring down California gas prices. I want to push Newsom
Off a cliff.
do his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, see something like that.
Off a pier with concrete shoes.
And
I
anti-policy.
have a strange California thing coming up. I was looking for good articles today, and I didn't find anything that was really interesting for me. So I went diving in rabbit holes and came up with some weird things. So, well, weird to me anyway. Y'all might go, "Oh, geez, here goes Rob again off on another tangent."
Well, I like your weird.
Yeah. Special Power says, "Rob, is your dog feeling lonely?" She's doing okay. The first couple of weeks, she was being really weird, but she's been a lot better now. She's up my butt like a coconut, though. Sticks to me like Velcro. Today, it was pouring rain. It started like pouring rain, and I had my back door open so she could go in and out in the backyard. And I went out the front door to like make sure I didn't have anything sitting out, that I didn't want to get wet. And so I just went out the front door. And next thing I know, here comes Dixie, goes out the back door, around the house, pouring ass rain. And there she is, standing in the rain. She thought I was leaving. She's like, "Yeah, you get out of here without me."
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Doesn't she just go jump in your car?
Oh, yeah. If the door's open, yeah.
Like, you're not leaving me behind.
Nope. Yesterday, she went with me to the auto parts store. She went to the tackle shop the day before. She went to the disc golf. I had to go drop some discs off to a friend of mine that's doing a like a VA vet thing for disc golf, and I donated a half a dozen discs or so for that. She had to go ride with me to the disc golf park.
Do you put her on the leash, or do you use the stroller? Have you used the stroller?
I haven't used that lately with her. We had that mainly for Tiki because she would just like get tired of walking. I've been using the stroller now as my like pier fishing cart.
There you go.
But yeah, just if I go somewhere, I'll throw her on the leash or something, just because she's never been socialized. She's never been socialized around other dogs or other people until recently, and she's getting better. I've taken her in Petco a couple of times. We've been taking her in there on Fridays and letting her like pick a treat out or something.
Aww.
So she's doing a lot better.
Little special time with her.
Yeah.
Do you walk her in there on a leash, or do you carry her?
No, put her on a leash. It's funny. The first time I took her in there, they got automatic doors. So we walked up to the door and the door's open. She was like, "Oh, hell no."
Yeah.
It's like the portal to hell. I'm not going through those doors. But now she figured it out, and it's like, okay, they're not going to kill me. I'll go through them. Still don't trust them, but I'll go through them.
Because there's cookies on the other side.
Yeah. She just likes to go. She's like super treat picky. And one of the girls at the guard gate, like when I take Darcy to work, she's like, "Mind if I give her a treat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she's pretty treat picky." And she has these treats made by Full Moon, and my dog inhales these things, like
Really?
inhales them. There's 2 bites and they're gone. uh,
How big are they?
they're like, they look like, she just gives her little pieces, but they kind of look like Slim Jims or something. But she said they're
Okay.
human, like people could eat them if they wanted. Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a bag, because a lot of times we'll buy a bag of treats and give them to her, and she's just like,
Well, you also make their food. It makes sense to me because that stuff is mostly garbage with the spray to trick them into eating it, and they get addicted to whatever they spray onto the trees. They're also really bad for kidneys and their like pea system and all that.
yeah,
So that's why I kind of stopped giving the treats. But that would make sense. They have a lot of that kind of food now that, is safe for human to eat
yeah.
if they wanted to taste it. That they would like that like that better.
Siriana
Or
says, if I
she
see any animals other than regular pets at the disc golf park, one of the parks that I play at houses, I don't know, it started out with one gopher turtle for tortoise, and apparently there was more than one, because he was a she that had eggs, babies, whatever. So then there was several
Aw.
ones running around, and yeah, there's a big gopher hole out in the middle, and we like built wooden bunkers around so it wouldn't mess their holes up. And yeah,
Oh,
they're like,
good. I was just thinking about that.
they're like regulars there. And it's funny, I take my goddaughter to the parks in the morning, the playgrounds, I should
I
say. And
know those pictures.
we got there this morning, and there was this big, huge gopher tortoise running around there, and it's got a big hole like dug under the sidewalk. Guess that's where he's been hanging out at. And then, yeah, the other place I play, there's all kinds of wildlife out there because it's out at the fairgrounds. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there.
And she loves animals. She must have got juiced when she saw that turtle.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mammals, well, we moved on from mammals to reptiles. But scientists who discovered mammals can breathe through their anuses received a Nobel Prize. And that made me think about how people can get, drunk through their anus
Wow.
because of the
What is
mucous membrane. The alcohol soaks into your mucous membrane, and so people will actually overdose. But you can put a shot of whiskey into your butt, and you're supposed to get like way more drunk. And I
there?
think,
I was like, what?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a name for it. I forget what it is.
I thought about it before. I'm like, man, if you don't have to like taste it, drop a little shot in your butt in the bathroom. I'm just kidding. Did think about it though. But and then I thought about South Park when Cartman was like, "Oh, I can like sit on this turkey and crap out my mouth." And then it had the Martha Stewart skit where she's sitting on the turkey.
Yeah.
But now we've moved on to breathing out of our butts. The world still holds many unanswered questions, but thanks to the efforts of the research teams awarded by the Nobel Prize on Thursday, some of these questions, which you might not even would have thought existed, now have answers. Or what was it? Oh, Ace Ventura
Yeah.
We now know that many mammals can breathe through their anuses, that there isn't an equal probability that a coin will land on heads or tails, that some real plants somehow imitate the shapes of neighboring fake plastic plants, that fake medicine, which causes painful side effects, can be more effective than fake medicine without side effects, and that many of the people famous for reaching lofty old ages lived in places that had bad record keeping. The awards, which have no affiliation to the Nobel Prizes. Oh, is that what that LG means? I didn't understand where it says like LG Nobel Prize. Aim to celebrate the unusual, honor the imaginative, and spur people's interest in science, medicine, and technology by making people laugh and then think. In a 2-hour ceremony, as quirky as the scientific achievements it was celebrating, audience members were welcomed to their seats by accordion music before a safety briefing warned them not to sit on anyone unless you are a child, do not feed, chase, or eat ducks, and to throw their paper airplanes safely. There were 2 paper airplane places to throw during the ceremony, in which the audience attempted to throw their creations at a target on the stage. Among those collecting their prizes was a Japanese research team led by Royo, who discovered that mammals can breathe through their anuses. They say in their paper that this potentially offers an alternative way of getting oxygen into critically ill patients if a ventilator and artificial lung supplies run low, like they did during the COVID-19 pandemic. I just got another South Park image in my head. American psychologist B.F. Skinner, was posthumously awarded the Peace Prize for his work attempting to use pigeons to guide the flight path of missiles, while a European-wide research team was awarded the Probability Prize for conducting 350,757 experiments to demonstrate that a coin tends to land on the same side it starts with when it was flipped. Jacob White and Felipe won the Botany Prize for finding evidence that some real plants attempt to mimic the leaves of nearby fake plants, and demonstrated explaining how a dead trout swims. And a French Chilean researched a prize. I don't even care. Like live demonstrations to illustrate the experiments involved. They gave a biology prize for exploding a paper bag next to a cat that's standing on the back of a cow. Wait. Exploding a paper bag next to a cat that's standing on the back of a cow to explore the reasons for cows spewing their milk.
What the hell?
A Dutch-French research team also produced a live demonstration when they collected the chemistry prize to explain how they used chromatography to separate drunk and sober worms. Anyways, that's all they're talking about, the butt breathing. So I guess you can breathe through your ass, and if you get an obstruction. So does that mean CPR? If there's an obstruction, it's like, stop. Can you hear me? You stop, listen, feel, do you hear me? Feel. Are you breathing? I don't feel breath on my face. Call 911. Then do you go down to the butt, and do you feel breathing in the butt? I mean, how does that work? Do you start administering? If, oh no, there's a lodge in the airway, we can't get it. Do you then try CPR the other way? Can you blow it out through the butt?
I think that person might be deceased.
Who did they even redo this on? Like, oh, man. Who did they do this on? Wouldn't there be air bubbles coming from people's, or is it just like your sphincter like holds it all shut? Like little air bubbles when you get in the water, like coming up from your butt?
Reminds me of the Eddie Murphy comedy sketch from way back when he was wearing the red leather suit. Me and my brother in the bathtub.
Raw.
We used to fart in the bathtub. We had our own spa. Look, you can smell it.
Who even thought, though, to even experiment with this?
Yeah. Like Zariana says, send me that grant money. I could come up with something better than that.
Maybe they were blowing up a blow-up doll, and the little thing was like by the butt, and they had the idea, like, well, I wonder if you could. How does that come about? This has way more questions than I got answers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
well, like I said, I found some rather weird stuff. Here's going to be one of them. Let me see if I can get this to work. Okay. Is it going to work? Is it?
worry about other things breathing. Oh, God. Yeah. There was that article where they said it grew teeth.
Yikes. All right. Let's see if this works. This is, I don't have, leading up to this, it's kind of self-explanatory. Let's see if it works here.
Just isn't right about the sun anymore.
Well, let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah. Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here. Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a farm boy.
Something just isn't right about the sun anymore.
Something just isn't right.
Well, let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this.
Okay, it's just going to play.
Can you see those sunflowers?
Okay, stop. So,
I noticed with the sunset the other night that the sun and the clouds is normally in one place. Like the colors will be around where the sun is going down. And it was cloudy, yet there was light sources coming out the opposite direction from clouds. The sun wasn't over there, and where it was going down was not shooting rays behind the clouds on that side.
Yeah, I don't know. I've grown sunflowers here. Actually, there's a whole field of sunflowers on the way to the disc golf course.
Ooh,
and they're not there now, but I don't know. I don't know what the reason. I don't know the exact reason they grow them. If it's for seeds or if they just use them as whatever to enrich the soil. because there'll be just thousands and thousands of sunflowers, and then like a week or two later, they're like all wilty and dead looking. So
They
I don't
don't
know.
like chop them off or nothing.
I don't know. They're gone. Like I say, they're gone now. So I don't know if they grow them for the seeds or if they just grow them and mulch them up to enrich the soil. I don't know. I don't know the reason why. Does
But
anybody?
you don't actually see like the heads missing and the stumps like wilting or nothing. It's just gone.
Yeah, the whole thing will start wilting. Wilton.
Wilson.
Wilton. Wilson.
Wilson. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I had another article that was saying, it wasn't an article, it was another video like that saying that the sun seems hotter than it used to be. But then, somebody else countered that with saying, no,
the
20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, it was a lot hotter than it is now. So who knows, Then you got the whole global warming thing. I see the sun's getting hotter because of global warming. Or is the sun getting hotter because they're spraying so much shit in the atmosphere,
I heard it's hotter because we're now facing the spot where the biggest sunspots hit Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know what I believe with any of that.
Yeah. I got so many windows open here, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Like that meme. I've got all these tabs open in my brain, and the song's on repeat.
And where is that music coming from?
Yeah, where's the music coming from?
Okay.
Air supply.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I think I'm back on track finally. Good God.
With the pyramids?
Yes, ma'am. This is the one that has a video to go with it, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I wonder if this is the one I was looking for that had something in it. I was trying to show somebody else about something. Radar detects invisible space bubbles over pyramids of Giza with power to impact satellites. These bubbles could spell trouble. A high-tech radar has detected invisible space bubbles over the Great Pyramids of Giza, providing clues to scientists who hope to prevent future satellite interruptions by this mysterious phenomenon.
Trouble bubbles.
Trouble bubbles. Boy, troubles in Troy. Researchers in China published their findings last month after observing the mysterious floating structures with a BREADTH breadth as far as 9,500 kilometers, called equatorial plasma bubbles. They describe them as pockets of superheated gas at low altitudes in regions near the equator, such as Egypt, calling it a form of space weather. They emerge when there is suddenly a loss of charged particles in the layer of the sky called the this is the article, yeah, because the ionosphere, and this is where I'm talking about HARP, because in a second here. Okay. The EBP's original source is believed to come from a geomagnetic storm that occurred nearly a year prior in November of 2023. Now, remember how we just had the Aurora solar storm phenomenon May 8th?
Yeah.
And it so happened HARP was doing a study that same day. And we saw auroras all over the place, and people are like, oh, they made this happen, and they're like, no, we didn't. It's okay, you didn't make the storm, but you used the storm to help you further what you're doing, and get these signals out farther. They don't really advertise these when you look at the HARP site, but they did note it was November of 2023 that HARP did an experiment, the same experiment that they were doing, in hopes of creating a artificial aurora that would reach further than it normally would reach. And the actual, if you look up HARP, stands for HARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, which researches the ionosphere, the highest ionized part of Earth's atmosphere. So I keep bringing up HARP because if you look at some of these things, it's like things might be influenced by them also. Like a lot of this stuff might not be natural, and they could be assisting a lot of this. So they were also spotted by the Midway Island of the Pacific Ocean, the South China Post reported. These bubbles should be treated as an important space weather phenomena, according to the report. Space weather detection technology is rapidly emerging, but greater investment, authors wrote, but needs greater investment. The low altitude radar based in China can be stifled by the vast presence of oceans interfering with the scan, which could be overcome by building a network of such radars to obtain global EBPs in real time. So, yeah, while they're talking about all this space weather and all these things that are happening and all that, I truly believe there's a lot of man-made stuff behind it.
Yeah, there's something weird.
You got articles?
What's that?
Are you out of articles?
No, I got more stuff.
Oh, because you put one picture in. I'm sorry.
This is the
I
next
am
one. Sorry.
sorry. Yes, that's the vampire child.
Okay.
Yeah, the ozone layer hole return. Oh, but it's the filament. We can't break the filament.
Let's see here. What do I have next?
Space bubbles. Roar, Drake.
Let's see which one this is.
Yeah, because you said you found some other kind of weird.
I don't know what the hell that is. Let's try this again. Well, let's just go to this one since I have it up. This is a rather weird one. Stop screen, present, share screen. This is out there in California land. This is Google Earth. coming up here, right now it just looks like, Google Earth. But the Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Park, Death Valley National Park, Sequoia National Forest. This is Google Earth showing this chunk of California. I have this untitled place mark right here.
Some good times.
What's that?
Some good time spots.
Yeah. Well, out in the middle, of this desert area here, we have some strange things going on. And there may be a perfectly good explanation for this, but I search Google Earth from time to time, and I saw a little video about this today, and I figured, what the heck, So out in the middle, you see it here. It's like out in the middle of BFE here in the desert. There you start zooming in. And where this untitled place mark is, you see this weird looking thing right here. And it's like, I don't know. What is that? Black thing. You start zooming in more. And this weird black thing is, it starts looking like a place mark pen. But you keep zooming in, and it's this. And right across from it is like the remnants of something else. And so if that's not weird enough, it's like, wait a minute.
It's the same shape.
WTF. Is this a boat in the middle of the desert? So, you zoom in and
oh my gosh.
Looks like a boat.
That's
right?
A boat.
In the middle of the desert. Okay, so there's this weird thing out here. If I can get it to come in. It looks like there's water in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it water?
Around it. It does. It looks like a pond with like water around it in a weird ass shape.
Yeah. And like I say,
like
right across of it is, you see the same shape over here and looks like a dried up one or something.
Dried up.
And then
it even has a panhandle come off of it. Look.
Yeah.
On that shadow, do you see where it looks like a panhandle?
Uh-huh. And so, there's this boat out here. It's like a boat. And it's like, what the F is a boat doing out there?
Is that a little white building?
Okay, so then, you zoom in over here. And this looks like, I don't know, a building or something.
And what's behind that? Like a radio tower?
And well, is what gets even weirder is there's some other things out here. Let me see if I can find a couple of them. Let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit. There's other things out here.
Look like a headstone or upside down cars.
It's like, what is that?
Is it upside down car?
This looks like a tank.
Yeah, it looks like a tank.
Looks like a tank. And if you start zooming around here, there's several of these things.
All over the place. What's this one over here in the corner?
And they're all facing away from whatever this hole is, like they're guarding it or something. And
that's got a really weird shape to it.
Yeah. It's like, so, I started researching this, and some people are saying that this is a place where they have like war games and stuff out there in the middle of the desert,
Oh.
But what is this, And somebody said, oh, it's a water reservoir. It's like, it's out in the middle of
Like, what's even
BFE.
feeding it?
Yeah, it's like, where do they get the water? Did they dig a well out there? And okay, if it's
And it's such a weird shape.
if it's a water
The way it's
reservoir,
tapered
okay,
off.
I get it. It's a water reservoir, right? But why is it shaped like this? Like some weird,
The
Millennium
Punisher almost.
Falcon looking thing, yeah. And then, okay, must be water because there's a boat here. What the heck is a boat
So it's
doing
not like a levee that goes all the way around it.
Yeah. And there is,
And
there is a road to it. You follow
yeah,
this road. But I got a lot of questions. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I just, it may have a perfectly good explanation, but then again, it's a weird ass shape of a water reservoir and it has a bunch of tanks around it, seemingly to be guarding it. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit in the world, and I guess this is one of them.
And I don't
Yeah.
think it's like an old bomb test site, like where they, do things like how we have Site 300 out here and all that. Because, like, it doesn't look like disturbances and all that.
Yeah.
Is that Mel's hole?
Yeah. Howitzer, maybe an old military spot before. Yeah. So used for training?
Could be.
No. Could be Mel's Hole. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know what it is, it's weird. That's what it is.
True.
I mean, like I say, you zoom out, it's out in the middle of BFE, it's in the middle of the desert. And
so it takes people quite a while to get there.
You zoom in on it and you start finding all kinds of weird things all around it. Yeah, like this is, I don't know, is it a building? I don't know what it is. And then
like the little center or the watchtower building like Site 300 has.
Yeah, like these look like, like what, I don't know, that's pretty big. But are these buildings or are they like, like freight, whatever, cargo boxes? I don't know what they are, this one looks pretty big, but I mean, these are obviously maybe building. I don't know. I named it the Death Star. It's just because let's while we're here, let's see if we type in Area 51, what it shows us for Area 51. Shows us the gate to Area 51 that basically says you'll be shot if you go there. But another weird place, but at least we know it's there. We don't know exactly what is there, but it shows Area 51 and you can zoom in. Google Earth is a pretty cool thing. You can zoom in and see all these weird buildings and, you go like out in the middle of the desert where this weird, I don't know, is that a road? I don't know what it is. But there's all kinds of strange things out here. Same thing. Weirdness. I don't know what it is, but it's weird. But yeah, you can look it up. Google Earth it. And,
How to get a buble.
if I can get back to the place I had before. Okay, that'll be for the next one. But yeah, you can look it up on Google Earth. It's there. And it's weird. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about that.
Special power. Google Earth edited out this shit scattered around my yard, but they leave this exactly. I saw a thing the other day where they actually pranked the Google Earth car. I saw it driving around here about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I saw the one where the people knew the Google Earth car was coming down the road, and they staged it where there was a guy laying out in the driveway and the other guy had like a shovel. It was like beating him or something.
We chased it one day and we waved at it and we remembered where it was at. So when they updated it, we went to the spot and kept clicking between the two addresses real fast. And you could see our car blurred out and us waved. So we got like a quick screenshot of it.
Nice.
But that's how they do. This is a little bit peculiar.
Yeah, I've seen people saying that, oh, it's just an old military test site, blah blah blah. But I don't know. It still doesn't explain why that water hole looks like the Millennium Falcon or something.
And why it's still full.
Yeah, why is it full? Where did the water come from? It's in the middle of the freaking desert. Does they have a hose out there like filling it every day? Do they dig a well?
They swap water from side to side.
Well, yeah, why is there a dried out one directly across from it? I don't know. Just things that make me go,
And they had to do another one.
Yeah.
We just want answers.
Just want
and
answers.
then we don't go crazy thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
Just want to know, like, what are vampire kids? Black-eyed kids. What are vampire kids?
Well, archaeologists discover remains of decapitated vampire children believed to be demonic beings. Salem's taught. Archaeologists in Poland were flabbergasted after discovering flabbergasted. After discovering the remains of alleged vampire children, one of which was decapitated to allegedly prevent them from rising from the grave. That's what I always say in these movies and stuff. Cut off the head. When you get the killer on the ground, you're not just cut off the head. Like, you can't be sure until you cut off the head.
Double tap
it. Yes, double tap it and remove the head.
Yep.
And if it's still coming after you, then you have a real problem.
Yes. Like one of them skulls, chatter teeth. He keeps coming at you.
The burial clearly shows signs of anti-vampire practices, says Dr. Stanislaw, an archaeologist who led the excavation. Workers had reportedly initially stumbled across the skeletons while removing tree roots for an ongoing garden renovation project at the palace of the unit bishops in Kelm. They were then exhumed for examination by the team. And it says under the photo of the one with the little arrow on it, the remains were reportedly weighed with stones to prevent a demonic entity from escaping. They were weighted with stones to prevent a demonic entity from escaping the grave. So of course they're just opening, everything up, cracking it open.
Yeah, let's crack that baby open and see if that demon's still alive.
Yeah.
Get his head
Back
back to
on.
him. Get his head back to him.
Yeah.
I saw the Mummy. I know how that shit works out.
Can't get that toothpaste back in the tube. Based on the earth they were found in and associated pottery fragments, the bones allegedly date back to the 13th century, a time when precautions were taken to prevent the dead from reanimating. That when they used to put the grates over also.
Yep.
So they couldn't like zombies couldn't come out.
Yeah. Bury him with the sickle across their neck.
Yeah. According to the Post, one of the macabre grave sites had all the characteristics of an anti-vampire burial practiced in Europe at the time. These included the fact that motherfucking ads. These included that the fact that the child had their skull removed and was interred face down with stones atop of their torso. And then the picture of the lady or the guy bending down, looking in the box. The burial ground at the site shows signs. Oh, it's just the dude who led the project. Burying with the face to the ground, cutting off the head, or pressing the body with a stone are among the methods used to prevent a person believed to be a demonic being from leaving the grave, wrote the doctor. The alleged baby Dracula was also buried in gypsum soil and oriented on an east-west axis, both common customs during the time.
Baby
Burial baby little 2 pound 5 ounce baby Dracula. The burial site also had post holes, which were likely used to monitor the graves for signs of a vampiric resurrection. More puzzling was the fact that both children were interred without coffins or traditional funerary ornaments in a site far from any known cemetery. This suggests that locals may have used the area for undocumented burials for a period of time. Researchers are currently analyzing the remains to glean more insight into burial practices during that era. Resurrection interference was commonly practiced throughout medieval Europe, particularly Eastern Europe, where lore involving vampires, reanimated corpses was prevalent. Unfortunately, like with the notorious Salem witch trials of the 1600s, superstitious residents were often quick to blame everything from rampant disease to misunderstood psychological afflictions on said supernatural entities. In many cases, some from as recent as the 18th century, those slapped with these scarlet letters were actually just suffering from tuberculosis. So, were these demon children indeed, or just very unlucky? And did they die naturally?
Yeah,
and then
really.
that's how they them after, or did they kill them and bury them like that?
Yeah. Gotta wonder.
No breastfeeding for real.
Ouch.
Yeah, we'll see if that was a wise move digging him up.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. And remember Terry used to do all that stuff in Taiwan and show the different burial practices from how they laid, where the feet had to be pointed and they were buried until like their bones, were clean, and then they took the bones and burned. They had these processes for the
Yeah.
dead.
I don't know. Very strange things around the world. Baby Dracula.
Little baby Dracula.
Oh, man. Well, let me see. Here we go. This one. This guy. Get rid of this
This guy.
one. This guy. I don't know if you've seen this guy. This guy. He's a strange one. But he has some articles that always make me wonder. Tyler Hansen. Okay. This is again out.
Might have seen a thing or two.
What's that?
Might have seen a thing or two. He looks familiar.
Yeah. I don't know. He's a flat earther guy. Which, sounds ridiculously crazy, but I don't know. You watch some of his videos, he's got some really good points. This isn't about flat earth, though. This is something entirely different. Let's let it play here.
An hour away from where I live in Tampa Bay, Florida. Well, I have something to show you, and it's going to fascinate you more than what you're seeing, because I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. And well, you're going to too if you just continue to watch this video for about another 10 seconds. Here you go. First, don't you worry yourself about that. Trust me. But second, when you type in this US patent number right there, you'll be surprised what you see. Oh, look at that. A triangular spacecraft that has a US patent number. So just make sure when you're seeing this, you are not all hysterical thinking that UFOs are coming, because, well, we know who owns that. We know who made that, and they might try to pass it off as something else. But I can assure you, it's not a UFO coming from other distant planets from other galaxies. Trust me.
It looks like the SpaceX one.
Only, I'm sure whatever was in the air was something magical, and we should all really wonder and worry. Entertainment only. Did you see what was spotted just an hour away from where I live in Tampa Bay, Florida?
So, got that guy. And he's talking about, you just, type in this patent number. So what did I do? I typed the patent number in. And this is what comes up.
Is it like a T1?
Bada bing, bada boom. Share. Triangular spacecraft.
Is it the
T1? Here it is right here. And what it says about it. Triangular spacecraft. Abstract. A spacecraft having a triangular hull with vertical electrostatic line charges on each corner that produce a horizontal electronic field parallel to the sides of the hull. This field, interacting with a plane wave emitted by antennas on the side of the hull, generate a force per volume combining both lift and propulsion. And it goes on, talks about, brief summary of it, background of this invention. It's got everything listed here. Here's the U.S. patent number. You can, inventor, John St. Clair, worldwide applications. It was patented in 2004. Is that right? I researched a little further, and it said that, yeah, this is a patent. It's a real patent, but it's a patent on just an idea. It hasn't actually been made. It's just an idea. It was just a brief thing, and blah blah blah. Sure, who knows? Triangular. Like I was saying, in previous shows.
Look at what I'm sending you. It reminds me of this. It's the T1, I think. It's made by SpaceX. It's a UFO fighter, and they make it look like it's like this turtle shaped shell or whatever, but when it actually flies, it's a triangle, and they show it
Yeah.
having like kind of like microwaves because it has a microwave around it, and it's supposed to be able to like melt and microwave an enemy in front of them or render their controls useless so that they just go floating off into space somewhere or like whatever happens. But it looks like that, a triangle shooting through space or through the
Yeah.
air, whatever. I'm sure they're different things, but
Yep.
it's kind of
Yep.
similar.
I mean, if this is, a thing, I mean, it's you can go look it up. There's the patent number right there, and you can go look it up and read about it, and see. We can read this whole patent. See right here, status. It says abandoned. Why would it be abandoned? Did it not work, or is it abandoned? Because maybe it did work, and maybe if you start seeing these triangle things, like supposedly one was spotted over in Tampa, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen especially in the next month or two? Who knows what is going to happen?
Just be ready.
Yeah. But, if all of a sudden we do start seeing these triangle shape, and you hear all this talk about UFOs, it was a triangular shaped spacecraft. Well, here's one with a freaking US patent on it. Just saying. Can't always trust what your eyes see, I guess, especially in this day and age. You go on the internet and you see all these pictures and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe that, and then you realize, wait a minute, this is an AI generated picture. This isn't real.
Exactly. Like the one I was looking at when it was showing like the like it was going so fast that it had like this like movement waves coming off of it, like electricity. I'm like, I think that's just to try to demonstrate that's that invisible microwave like force field around it. I don't think like you actually see that as it's cutting through the air, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, like Deb says, they have to make prototypes to get a patent. So there's that. Yeah, there is that. I don't know. I could go to another one here. Let's see. Let me see what this one is. Oh, here's one. Here's an interesting one. Same guy. But, is he crazy? Is he on to something? I don't know. Drake the Dragon might like this one. And, I did an article, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that may be tied to this one. Here we go.
Dragon fossils have been found in the United States.
And just to make sure, he said, he's asking Alexa, how many dragon fossils have been found in the United States? What? Dragon fossils? What the hell is this guy talking about?
The number of dragon fossils found in the United States is limited. Only 5 fossils have been discovered so far,
Only 5.
limiting the knowledge about these creatures. These fossils are studied by researchers to learn more about dragon species and their evolution. While the findings are preliminary, they provide insights into the life and times of these majestic creatures.
So the dictionary says they're real. Alexa says they're real. Several weeks ago in the UK, they found a fossil that looked like this, even though they called it a plesiosaur. It sure looks like a dragon to me. And just a few weeks after that was found, CNN reveals that their scientist actually unveiled dragon remains. Not to mention how they're part of the Chinese zodiac with all real animals, and how there are over 30 verses in the Bible that reference dragons, and how my friend Lori sent me this amazing 1922 dictionary that just happens to have the word dragon in it. And let's see what it says.
That's really
Is
cool.
it going to say fictional character, mythical beast? Or is it going to say something else? Winged serpent. Alexa, how many dragon fossils have been found in the United States?
You missed our guest last week, but she did touch on dragons a bit, and Azariana called in to talk about hers. And I was saying, well, definitely, because you've seen those lizards, with the wings and stuff. Like, how much, more dragon, and picture that little thing that we have with the wings just on a bigger scale, like prehistoric or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how can you say they don't exist when we have all this other stuff?
Yep.
Maybe not fire breathing or whatever, maybe they do, but there's dragons.
I wonder if Siri says anything.
Oh, but remember, dinosaurs aren't real,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or polar bears.
Hey Siri, how many dragon fossils have been found in the United States? Doesn't talk, but it says 4 dragons have been discovered. 4 dragon fossils have been discovered. Scientists unveil a 240 million year old dragon fossil. Fossil reveals 240 million year old dragon. Yeah, it's like pops
And he
right
said
up.
how many? 7
Said
or
5.
4? 5.
5. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is 4, and if you include the last 2, yeah, that's 6. So,
I don't know. I'll believe it till I'm proven to be wrong.
yeah.
But I already see it because I see actual dragon lizards already. Like literal lizards with wings.
Yep.
Reptiles with wings.
Seeing if I have any.
They just got rid of lots of stuff over time. Or things died out over time.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time we had a reset. None.
Okay. I got this one I'll do real quick. Maybe not. I got the article.
The other one. The other weird.
This one is not dragons, but more UFOs. It's a Shorty McShorterson super clear metallic disc-shaped UFO photographed over China. Let's see. What does it say about it? It says this surprisingly. Wait a minute. It's not going to do any good if I don't have the picture. Damn it. Let me get the picture real quick. Again, it was one of the pictures that I had that disappeared. Okay, here we go. I'll read the article, then I'll show the picture. It says the surprisingly clear image, which was captured over the city of Xiamen, I guess that's how you say it, has been circulating social media in the recent days. While many photographs of UFOs tend to be distant, blurry, or otherwise indistinct, now and again an image comes along that defies this trend due to its impressive and unusual level of clarity. It's amazing how shitty of pictures most of them are when you can have an iPhone 6 an old iPhone, and it still takes better pictures than a lot of what we see. Anyways, exactly what it is, however, remains a topic of debate. Could this be some sort of drone? A balloon? Is it evidence of visitors from another world? You can check out the image for yourself below. And let's see if I can get the image up here. Remove that. And stop the screen and present the screen. Share the screen window. Where's it at? Here it is. Share the screen. Add to stage. Too many freaking things there. But there it is. That's a far away view. That's an up close view. Let's see if I can make it any bigger. View. Zoom in. Let's zoom in some more. So there's the disc. It's not the greatest picture on here anyways, but you can go to Nelson Valdez on X where it was posted at here. UAP, UFO, China. And you can see the picture for yourself of this shiny disc. It doesn't look like a drone that I've ever seen. But then again, who am I? What have I seen? I don't know. But, you know, it looks like a classic UFO. Disc-shaped, shiny, metallic flying saucer. Maybe it's a Jiffy Pop lid that got loose in the wind. I don't know. But, yeah. Who knows what it is? And while we're doing that one, don't want to see Kamala Harris. Close window. While we're talking about UFOs, do one more quick one here, and it is this guy. He's back in the driver's seat again. Some call him crazy. Some listen to what he says. Most people don't believe the word he says, but hey, nonetheless, A.B. Loeb. We should be looking for interstellar alien space trash. The Harvard astrophysicist believes that we may find, let's see, is it okay? It's up.
That's what she said.
It says Harvard astrophysicist believes that we may find trash from alien civilizations within the vicinity of Earth. Loeb's efforts to find evidence of intelligent alien life have certainly been raising a few eyebrows in recent years, with the Harvard astrophysicist making the headline news around the world in 2023 when he attempted to retrieve pieces of an interstellar meteorite from the ocean floor that he believed may have been artificially created by an intelligent alien civilization from a distant solar system. In a recent interview, Live Science, he also described another method for finding evidence of extraterrestrials, scouring our immediate vicinity for interstellar technological space trash. I would like to see if among the rocks that arrive in the solar system from other stars, there is any technological debris. It could be space trash or it could be functional, but it should be easy to differentiate between rocks and something else. True. So if I had all the money in the world, I would establish an experimental program to monitor objects with the orbit of Earth around the sun. Loeb also suggested that more effort should be made to look for signs of life on Mars. Team up with Elon Musk on that one. There was some preliminary evidence that perhaps the soil on Mars had some tantalizing signatures of life that were hinted at with the Viking mission in 1976. Really? There are lots of things we can do which are more difficult than we have done already in the 70s. It's just a pity that NASA is not doing it. Yeah, why aren't they doing it? I don't know. You can find the full interview with Loeb on the Live Science website. So I don't know. You know, he's the one that found those weird spherical debris, you know, that he said was from outer space. And some people said, no, he's full of crap. But who knows? Who knows? Could be true. Could be just a dreamer.
I was on mute the whole time. Could be.
Oh yeah, I thought you were being awful quiet there.
I really wasn't though. I just saw that we're sending all sorts of people from San Francisco your way. I'm like, I am sorry, May.
Oh, they won't make it here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're all going to be out there calibrating, like, the the slingshot balls. What's that called?
I remember one day.
And send it over.
Remember one day I was talking to you, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm pulling up to Walmart." I was like, "Oh hell, the cops are all out here." Said they arrested somebody for shoplifting, and you were like, "They do that there?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, girl, this is Florida. You go in there and steal some tampons in Florida Walmart, your ass goes to jail."
I'll be like in Lucky's, I don't know how many times, and it's like they just sit there and they're like, these people just, well, we'll just, have to say something next time they come back in. Just walking people, watch out, and then like walk out, and then cops will come, and then I go into Walgreens one day, and there's like a big board on the top pane of one of the doors, and I'm like, oh, what happened? And they're like, they smashed to get in here, probably get in the pharmacy. I'm like, that sucks. Or like, this is the third time, like, and blah, 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 that it's happened. Like, they keep doing it.
Yeah.
This is yuppie Livermore, man.
I mean, I'm seeing more and more things getting locked up here. Like, they're expecting something, but for the most part, Florida's not the place to pull that bullshit. Your ass will go to jail.
Your ass only go to jail if you're a certain demographic here.
Yeah.
Like, if you have one on a job, if you're not illegal, basically, or a criminal.
I will say,
I couldn't still walk out with nothing.
No.
Not that I would, but it's like, I'm short on cat food. What if I just need to save my cats and I need this cat food for my animals to live? I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for them.
Yeah.
First of all, I wouldn't do it. I would be like, hey, can I pay for this next week? You know what I mean? If I was really desperate.
Yeah.
But if I did, I would be definitely picked up. I would have the sign in the back with my picture. I would have to pay the fine. And be banned from the store for 7 years or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Invasions and stuff, they happen here, occasionally. But for the most part, if you want to pull like home invasions and stuff here,
you're going to get shot.
You're going to get shot.
I mean, here we had
not always, but in Florida, especially where I live in northern Florida, it's a very high percentage probability that you're going to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got sheriffs on here that come on, Grady Judd, he's on YouTube, talking about here in Polk County, we encourage our citizens to have guns, and we encourage them to use them if they get a home invasion or something. I'm like,
oh, you don't get prosecuted for protecting your home and your family?
Exactly.
I mean, can sue the homeowner for protecting their house.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a different thing here in Florida. you know, DeSantis is our governor, and there's some shit that he's pulled that I do not agree with. Like, he's all about build Florida, come to Florida, come to Florida. I'm like, dude, there is enough people here already, and you know, the infrastructure, like here in St. Johns County, can't keep up the people that are moving here. You know, it's just, you know, it's not gonna. I mean, this town, downtown St. Augustine, especially, there's no room to expand any of the roads or nothing, and you know, a little 2-lane narrow road can only hold so many people. And, you know, a 2-lane bridge in downtown St. Augustine can only have so many people on it before it's a total shit lock, you know?
We just put up a bridge that hasn't even opened and it's already collapsed.
Holy crap. Yeah, our pier here, St. Johns County Pier, what, you know, the original pier was a wooden pier, you know, it was long, it was great. It lasted for, you know, decades. And, you know, we had a storm, knocked part of it down. So then they tore the whole thing down and they built a new pier. And the first time they built it, they were in the process of building it. We got a storm and the cranes and everything that were out on the pier, all that shit went overboard. The pier collapsed, the cranes went in the water, everything.
Is that when you had the water down your street and you had when I sent you the radio and you had like the boat, you would use like a boat or a surfboard to pass like supplies to your neighbors?
It was, you know, it hadn't, I mean, it didn't flood that bad here at my house, but downtown St. Augustine has flooded ever since I was a little kid and way before then. It's always flooded, you know, and all the people that move here, oh my God, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. No, it's not really getting worse. It's flooding just like it did 50 years ago or 100 years ago, you know. I mean, right now, you know, we got king tides because it's a full moon. What happens? Downtown St. Augustine floods. Neighborhoods down there flooded. It's nothing new. Shit's been happening the same way for years. And, you know, every time we get a full moon, northeast winds, and high tide, it floods. It's just the way it is here. And, you know, it's like New Orleans. Is it getting worse? I don't know. Is it? You know, it floods there. It's always flooded there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to spend zillions of dollars. They're going to totally redo the bayfront, you know, because rising water and rising sea level. I don't know.
300 years, that third of an inch is going to be horrible.
Yeah. I mean, the fort downtown, it's been there, you know, for a long time. And it's still there. And the water's still about the same as it used to be when I was a kid. I haven't been here but 60 years, but I don't know, you know. Who knows?
Well, you know.
I got a Crystal of the Week video. I know that. Don't get me started on ranting because I'll just
I have a couple
go
weeks
off.
to choose any Crystal.
Well, this one's interesting. You might like it.
Oh, I think I probably will.
Let's see. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom.
This week's crystal of the week is Auralite 23, a gem of 23 different minerals. Auralite 23, known as red cap amethyst, is a very rare blend of crystals and one of Earth's oldest minerals, estimated to have formed around 1.2 to 1.5 billion years ago. The only locality in existence is a place of its initial discovery north of Lake Superior in Ontario, Canada. Auralite 23 was only recently discovered and pushed onto the mineral market within the last 20 years, making it one of the newest and fastest selling crystals in the 21st century so far. The name is derived from the 23 minerals that are contained within the chemical composition of the stone. The main being amethyst, which has inclusions within.
We always preface the fact that although 23 minerals have been found in some crystals from this mine, it does not mean that all crystals from this mine automatically contain them all. This does not take away from the unique and limitless energy one can channel when working with this piece in a spiritual setting. Most of the 23 minerals can be seen under a microscope, while a few dominant crystals foregoing the appearance of this diverse stone, amethyst, quartz, and hematite. Here's a picture listing the 23 minerals within auralite, not counting the base mineral. Like I say, it contains a lot of different minerals. Since auralite 23 has come onto the market, there's been an enormous wave of dealers and retailers selling fake and altered varieties of amethyst as auralite 23. Most are low-quality quartz or amethyst crystals, which have been heated to extremely high temperatures to remove outside impurities and brighten the color. This is common with hematite-coated amethyst, usually from Brazil or Uruguay, and it's extremely hard to tell the difference between the two with the naked eye. The only advice we can offer is to truly know who you're buying it from. The meaning and energy behind auralite 23, it radiates an energy foreign to most individuals, especially practitioners who are truly disconnected from their own soul. Immediately upon touch, one can understand the craze behind this stone, and why, while developing a small obsessions of auralite 23 is actually quite common. The soothing energies that one feels going through their body is the work of so many different chemical components and cannot be replicated anywhere else. We like to compare it to your favorite dessert that can only be made by that one special individual who knows the secret ingredient. These energies directly resonate with your chakra column and allow for complete alignment and reconciliation amongst your entire internal system. Very few stones in this mineral community have the ability to do that, with most requiring multiple sessions to truly access and understand their complex energies. But auralite 23 can change you in one medium-length meditation session if you're truly willing to let go and embrace the powers that be. We highly encourage to meditate with this stone once a day for around 10 to 14 days, then completely stop and go cold turkey. See for yourself the direct impact it will have on your day-to-day life, as well as your attitude and mental strength. You may have to expose yourself to the darkness and live there for a few moments, but one will come out of it entirely grateful and eager to begin their spiritual journey once more. Or you could come out as an eagle and go on that journey. Completely different one. Sacred rejuvenation. Auralite 23 is a 21st century talisman that has remained hidden within the earth for far too long. Think about how old this stone is. 1.5 billion years old. And now we're just finding this complex creation now. Our belief is that this crystal is a counterbalance to extreme energies we face in this new world. An energy that can help us continue to find our way on this planet and accept nothing but the best for ourselves. That mentally has long been forgotten in this world, with so many distractions and societal stressors coming our way at all times. Auralite 23 is a reminder to take time out for yourself and embrace those sacred minutes for all the healing and rejuvenation you need. You are your biggest ally. You can do anything you set your heart and mind to. Embrace who you are and let purple rays of Auralite 23 push you towards new and ever-growing heights. There you go. That's a little bit about this week's crystal of the week, Auralite 23. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yes, that's one that I have wanted, and then I forgot the name of it because I read it somewhere, seen it somewhere, and I really wanted it. It's almost like another one you had talked about that had a combination of stuff. Oh, I think I got a piece of something like that, but I forgot the name, so now I know the name. But I want a little stone, and then I'd like to get one of these bracelets to wear also.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I'm starting to want to pair my stuff like that. And I wish I would have done it with, all these other palm stones I got. Just go ahead and pick up like a bracelet, even if it's just the chips, if it's not round, but at least just the chips.
Yeah. That's a 5x5 inch chunk of it, but it's also $600.
That's a pretty big piece.
Fine.
Do they have them like Etsy and all that?
Yeah, that was on Etsy, I believe. Yeah,
Oh.
that is Etsy. Let's see.
At Alibaba
Well, there's one
or
for
AliExpress, I mean.
$1,099. I saw some cheaper ones. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute.
I got AliExpress just for shits and giggles.
There's a bracelet of it for $169.
Damn, see, that's what I was afraid of. That's the one you had in your picture, right?
Yeah.
I thought that looked too good.
I saw some cheaper ones though, but like it says, you got to be really careful where it comes from because there's a lot of fakery going on out there.
That's why you want to keep it like in the middle of what seems reasonable, but might be like a good. If it's like way too good to be true, then it obviously probably is, or the people are just idiots.
Yeah, like the 5-inch chip is $4.99. But a 2
that might just be a piece like that.
That's not a 5-inch chip. That's a 1/2-inch chip. It's a 0.5. So 2 to 2.5-inch chip is $21.99. So yeah, I mean that's more believable.
And like one that size is what I'm expecting to probably,
Yeah.
have, and then get like a bracelet that I can wear. I like to wear the necklaces and things like that, but there's just something like so different about just having it like right on your pressure points of like your wrists.
So like this piece.
To make my day law. Well, yeah. Oh.
150 grams, 4.5-inch piece of Arlite 23 for $15.39. I don't know if I believe that one.
Yeah.
And
That looks like a piece of amethyst, like California citrine amethyst.
Yeah. And like it said, there's a lot of pieces that they say is Arlite, but yeah, it's just a piece of amethyst that's been heat treated, and it's hard to tell the difference with the naked eye.
If I was serious about it, I would want to like ask your friend, and then maybe if she had like a connect, pay her whatever it costs to like,
Yeah, I don't know. That big a chunk for $22. It's kind of sus.
Even for regular amethyst.
Yeah, exactly. Even for a piece of amethyst that big, it's here's these pieces, about the same thing, and they're $78. That's a little more believable, maybe. I mean, even whatever.
Even the 78 seems.
If that's just amethyst, even, and that's some pretty good looking amethyst.
It looks like branded amethyst.
But then again, when it's heat treated, it does bring out the purple more. So these are pretty purple. So there again. Or like 23 crystals, Canadian chevron amethyst.
I was just gonna say that looks like a chevron amethyst because I got one like right here, and it looks just like a chevron amethyst to me.
Yeah.
Or I had one, but my cat decided to get up on my altar and kick the rocks around.
Awesome.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
She destroyed my altar. But it's got that perfect chevron shape on it.
Yeah. That'd be a cool piece.
That I just had my eye on that. I was just looking at that. I thought that would be cool. What is that bracelet down there? On the way bottom. Yeah.
That
No.
one? Which one? This one?
Go down. Yeah. Amethyst? No, the other one. Well, what's that one too? Yeah, that. Fluorite or amethyst?
Don't see what it says. It says it's Arlite 23 7mm beaded bracelet made from genuine Arlite 23 gemstones.
For how much?
$25.
Hmm.
Not bad.
So here's one piece of my chevron.
That one's $35 and this one's $39.
This is a polished piece of chevron.
Let me get back to it real quick.
Oh.
There.
Wait, where's my...
Oh, there you go.
And then when you have the light, you can actually see, like, you know, through it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, I'll have to check at the crystal shop here and see what she has for that.
A big chunk of amethyst on tonight in my selenite.
I was wearing my, what the hell is it called? Brain fart. The green stuff.
I just took mine off today.
Yeah. Anyways, can't think of the name of it, but I was wearing that, but I'm wearing a whale tooth now. I switched up.
I switched up today. This is the tree of life.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like adventure. I have a piece of adventure. I still find too, like, even though the cats have completely screwed it, I don't even know how I can just reach back and grab, but I love like adventuring, blue, green.
Yeah.
All of it. I don't know if I don't think I've ever said I've disliked a rock.
Yeah. Exactly. It's funny. My buddy that I played disc golf with, one of them, but yeah, the guy that kind of got me into disc golf, really, he's married. His wife is one that owns a crystal shop. Well, they both own it, but whatever. But yeah, it's funny because we'll be out there and we'll be talking about rocks or something, and he'll be like, I bet we're the only ones out here playing disc golf with rocks in our pockets. I'm like, yep, you're right.
I always have them in my bra.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have the lithium, or sometimes I'll wear the one I can't think of the name. What's the name of that shit? The green stuff. Moldavite. Thank you. God, brain fart city. Yeah, sometimes I'll wear that in hopes that it'll give me a little extra energy in my arm. Or if
oh,
nice.
They're in here, brother.
Or if I'm kind of agitated, that's when I put the lithium in my pocket to kind of.
So I need a piece of that. I still want to get an Amazite little tower too. Just what like the way the energies are with spheres and tower, things like I like a certain kind of flow. I'm trying to kind of do something in here. People would stop, or things would stop destroying everything.
Yeah.
I have like 15 wings to glue back on my dragons.
Yep.
And they broke 2 antiques.
2 what?
Antiques.
Oh man. This is a cool piece. Why won't it go big? That's what she said. My computer's doing weird things again. Imagine that.
I have one right here. I just seen it today. It was sitting there and the wing was right next to it. He's one of my CP dragons that sleep on my nightstand next to me. And one of him's wings are gone.
This is a cool piece if it's real. It's $625. But let's see. Share screen, window, pick it, share. Add to page. There you go. That's a nice big chunk of
Boy.
Orlight for $625.
That's now that's a good piece.
Yeah, it is.
Where you can see the different stuff in it. I still want to get another piece of this picture, or what's it called? Like garden. The garden quartz. Where's the other one? A little bit taller,
cool.
but I want to still get some more of that. I just have so much stuff. There's just so much stuff that I look forward to collecting, and you can never have it all because it's all different. Even no matter what you collect, you can never have it all. But
yeah,
it's fun and it's exciting each month. It's like the one thing I can treat myself to that still, okay, $30 is like always my limit with shipping, but
yeah,
that could be, 3 things at the store. But it brings me happiness and it's something I look forward to. And I hadn't bought myself rocks in like years up until like last year, my birthday, I started again and have been doing so pretty much each month.
yeah.
And I'm still missing a couple of my big, bookends, but I'll find them. But they make me happy and they make me feel good.
So there you go.
Mm.
Sometimes it's the little things in life.
It is. If I want to buy a rock, I'm not smoking it, I'm just sticking it in my bra. Put it in my pocket.
Yeah, sometimes I buy rocks. What's up, D? What's up, Debbie?
Sister. My sister.
Well, cool. That about wraps it up for us tonight. Now that it's 2:05 a.m. in the morning for people like Debbie and me.
I hope everybody has a good rest of your week and lots of love and light to everybody. And I wish you guys all a good night. And it was very nice getting to hang out with everybody.
Yes.
Look forward to it.
And I'm sure next week, it'll be some sort of shit show right before the show. All my desktop icons are still gone. I have to go find them where everything just vaporized to, along with all my show stuff. But I threw it all together at the last minute and sort of pulled it off. Anyways, I don't even sweat it anymore. I just figure it's part of the process. It's just the way things go. But yeah, it's been raining here every day for like the last month. Yesterday was actually nice. Today was torrential rainstorms once again with lots and lots of lightning and thunder. My dog literally was trying to climb up my pants. So cool. Might see Sunday for Paranormal Soup.
I think the Sunday he said was not a show.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Then in that case, I won't see a Sunday.
Maybe.
But, maybe.
Maybe I got it wrong.
Maybe not. I was absent last week. But
you were noticeably absent.
Noticeably absent.
You were noticeably absent.
Yep. I've been tonight. I'm for some reason like still awake. I gotten in this habit of going to bed a little earlier and getting up like really early in the morning. So like staying up till 2 doing a show has been kicking my ass lately. And I'm normally but yeah, I've gone to bed a few times at like midnight, which for me is like, the hell, is he sick? What's going on?
Well, if you do want to lessen or shorten, like, go like an hour earlier or something like that, you can always switch times if that makes things easier for you. I don't mind.
Okay, cool. All righty then. I suppose we'll talk to y'all next time for Weird Wednesday. We'll see you again next week.
And I need 2 Halloween costume ideas.
What's that?
I need 2 Halloween costume ideas. I put a compilation TikTok of like some of my costumes over the couple of years. But if you have an idea for me, I need to drop it in comments on my post. I really appreciate it.
Cool.
Because we get the Halloween show the day before Halloween. Jason has to do it Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's Halloween. But Katrina will be on that.
I saw a little video the other day. A guy was like, for the first time in over 600 years, Halloween will fall on a Friday the 13th.
For 666.
And I was like, I wonder how many people are actually going to go to the calendar and look at that.
That was actually like 2 years ago, too. We had like a Friday the 13th with like a full moon like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that.
Yep. We just had a Friday the 13th. I played on a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you did.
Last week. And then I played on Saturday the 14th. And I had a shirt all planned out for it. It was Jason, from Friday the 13th. And he had a calendar. And it said Saturday the 14th. And he had his mask on with his knife. And he was all sad looking. And I had it all planned out. I was going to wear that shirt. And then I couldn't find it. So instead of Jason being sad, it was me that was sad because I couldn't find my shirt that I planned to wear. So there you go. There you have it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So catch y'all next week.
And it's 11:10, so in 1 minute, make your wish.
Oh, yeah. Might as well stay till.
Yes. Wait, it's almost. No, we probably still have like 30 seconds or something. So by the time we sign off, it'll be 11:11 for me.
Yeah.
So. Say your wish, send it up to the universe because we still have this really good eclipse post full moon energy.
Yeah.
Night.
Night, y'all. It's officially that time.